U.S. President Donald Trump has warned that the UK must adopt the United States' strict approach to immigration or risk no longer having a country. He applauded his own border policies, asserting that he had brought illegal crossings in the U.S. down to 0, and insisted that Britain must send migrants back immediately. In an interview with GB News, Trump urged Keir Starmer's government to use the military to address the small boat crisis. The discussion ranged widely and included Trump once again threatening to sue the BBC for as much as $5 billion. This followed a personal apology the BBC issued to Trump on Thursday after it admitted it had edited 2 portions of a speech he delivered on the day of the Capitol riot in 2021. The altered clip, used in a Panorama documentary that has since been pulled from iPlayer, was acknowledged to be misleading, though the broadcaster strongly denies that any defamation occurred. Turning to the UK's immigration debate, Trump said, "When large numbers of people enter your country and some of them are dangerous or the wrong people, everything breaks down. If you don't remove them, you won't have a country left." He argued immigration is more important than inflation, saying, "You must remove illegal migrants and return them right away." Don't forget, just 2 years ago, even a year and a half ago, millions were streaming across our border. Do you know what we've had these past 6 months? 0. Although illegal crossings have significantly declined under Trump's aggressive measures, official statistics contradict his claim that they have entirely stopped. Trump attributed the decline to military involvement and told GB News that Britain should mirror the U.S. approach. "We were extremely firm at the border. We sent people back instantly, and I had the military on standby. We don't play games with our armed forces." He added that the UK has a natural advantage due to its geography. You're surrounded by ocean, which acts as a kind of shield. Sometimes people come by boat, but it still offers protection. Trump criticized Europe as well, saying mass migration has changed it dramatically. "It's sad to see what's happened in Europe because of immigration and the bad tax policies. Europe is just not the same, not everywhere, but almost." Throughout his presidency, he has taken a forceful stance on immigration, sending ICE officers and National Guard troops into Democrat-led cities to detain undocumented migrants. As of last month, roughly 493,000 people had been deported since he took office, with another 1.6 million leaving the country voluntarily. Fewer than 9,000 illegal border crossings have been recorded per month, the lowest since 1970. On his first day in office, Trump declared a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border and deployed the military to block illegal crossings. Major ICE raids in cities like Chicago have sparked large protests, prompting further National Guard deployments. He also pushed sweeping legislative changes under his Big Beautiful Bill, restricting access to healthcare and benefits for many legal immigrants. More recently, he barred migrants from applying for asylum on U.S. soil and slashed the annual refugee cap to 7,500. While Trump wants the UK to follow a similar path, Labour is unlikely to embrace such a hardline agenda. However, both the Prime Minister and Home Secretary have signaled tougher new policies. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood is expected to unveil broader reforms aligned with Denmark's stricter immigration model, including measures to make it easier to deport people arriving across the Channel. As of Thursday, 39,075 people had crossed the Channel in small boats this year. Trump's latest remarks came in the same GB News interview where he reiterated plans to sue the BBC over its editing of his January 6th speech. "I'm not eager to get involved in lawsuits, but I feel obligated. This was outrageous. If you don't act, it keeps happening to others." On Friday, speaking outside the White House, he said he would formally seek damages between $1 billion and $5 billion. He previously threatened legal action unless the BBC issued a full retraction, a public apology, and compensation by next Friday. Although the BBC apologized, it refused to pay compensation. The broadcaster described the editing as an error of judgment, but rejected Trump's claims. BBC Chairman Samir Shah sent a personal apology letter to the White House, and BBC lawyers have contacted Trump's legal representatives. A spokesperson said, "While we deeply regret how the clip was edited, we strongly dispute that there is any basis for a defamation claim." The controversy ultimately led to the resignations of Director General Tim Davie and Deborah Turnus, the head of BBC News, last Sunday.